welcome to the live cap. We're talking NBA and NHL for tonight, Wednesday, February the 24th. With me, as always, I have Nick Parsons from the Insiders Room. How's it going, Nick?
It's going fantastic, Ellie. I'm looking forward to getting into these games and giving out a few of these picks with both Nick and Tim here.
Nick and Tim, and we just found out that Nick's brother's name is Tim. I mean, obviously the one on top, and not you guys. So
yeah, crazy,
weird, wild world. Okay, so yeah, Nick, you guys have seen Tim do an NBA Total Chaos, and you've seen Nick do the NHL Total Chaos. But I wanted to get both of you guys on together so that everyone can see that there's two of you and this is how it goes down. And I think it's interesting. You only combine on baseball, right? Nick, you're all hockey. That's your business, right?
Right now it's all hockey for me and then a little bit of college basketball, but mostly hockey for me.
That's right. I see you in my chats. You are a good basketball picker as well. And then, so Tim, you're all basketball, NBA, and then you baseball too, right?
Yes, basketball, MLB, and then some Counter-Strike.
Right. Okay. Okay. So I've got 4 games for us to talk about. We did 2 NBA, 2 hockeys. So we're going to start out with the Hornets at the Suns here. People in the chat, don't forget, give us that thumbs up. Feel free, drop your comments into the box. Who do you like tonight? What are you thinking about these games? So Hornets at the Sun. Phoenix is -9.5 here, and I've got a total of 225. Nick Parsons, I'm going to let you open this one up.
Well, you called me contrarian last night when we were doing NHL Total Chaos, and I think I am in a lot of ways, for sure. And so here we are. We see Phoenix on a huge roll here, rolling into the All-Star break, playing a whole bunch of overs. They covered in 9 of their last 10, 3 in a row. They've played to 4 straight overs. After this, they hit the road, though, for a 3-game road trip. So they have one night off. Then they play at Chicago, Minnesota. Not too interesting there. But then they finish off with the Lakers. So this is the first time they've seen Charlotte this year. Charlotte, of course, is coming off a blowout loss at Utah. It's been alternating wins and losses now over its last 6 games. It has another game at Golden State coming up. So this is, and then after that, it has 3 more road games. So the road ahead is not going to get any easier here for Charlotte. And I think that this sort of sets up as a possible trap game for Phoenix. And so personally, for me, I'm going to grab the points here with Charlotte. I believe it's 9.5. So that's going to be my suggestion on this one.
All right. I like it. What do you got to say about it, Tim? Are we going the same way? You got a different feel?
I don't know. I can't go against.
Uh-oh.
They've been playing like.
Yeah,
you're good.
Okay. They're 9-1 in the last 10 games against the spread. I've not been playing that well lately. 5-5 against the spread last 10 games. Plus, Phoenix is a very good home team. They're 11-5 this year for me. So I'm going to take Phoenix Suns -9.
All right. So we're a little bit split on this one. Elliot is liking the over here. Hey, Jessica Campbell. Hey, Austin Ferry. So next one we're going to talk about is the Lakers at the Jazz. This is another one of those hot teams like the Suns that, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of situation with these Jazz. They're -9, and we got a total of 218.5. So Tim, start this one off. What are you thinking here?
For this one, I'm going to go with the Lakers +9.
I'm with them.
Spread for what it is. This game should be not really a low scoring, but it shouldn't be like a offensive blowout, and it should be able to stay close enough where the +9 of the Lakers should be able to cash.
All right, Mr. Parker.
And so I'm going to get into the car with Nick here, or with Tim. Utah, of course, has been the talk of the league. And it's coming off that blowout win over Charlotte. After this Lakers game, though, it has a long Eastern road trip that starts 2 days later. And so it sort of does set up as a look-ahead spot, despite it being the Lakers. But without Anthony Davis, the Lakers really have struggled. LeBron James is still putting up big numbers, but the Lakers still just can't cover any numbers. However, that said, I just think that, that trend of the Lakers not covering has come up, the value is now swung the other way for sure. I like the Lakers here and getting all those points. And I expect a little bit of a letdown here from the Jazz finally.
All right. How's AD? I know he's like the big questionable guy. Is he?
Yeah, no, he's not playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not playing for like a while, right? Isn't it like a minute?
Yeah, I would say at least until after the All-Star break. They wouldn't be rushing him back before that.
All right. Well, some people in the chat think it's going to be a blowout, but sometimes that's how we all roll, right? I'm with you. I see where you guys are coming from on this one. I'm not going to lie. So we're going to switch over to the hockey. We've got Minnesota at Colorado. Big favorite, Colorado minus 180. The total's 5.5. What do we got on this one, Nick? Earle? I'll get there.
For me, I only have one play on this game. I'm not really going after the side. I generally don't bet on teams that are more than a 150-ish money line. It's just that's not the way to make a profit if you're betting in hockey. It's just to lay off those teams that are big favorites because generally speaking, they don't win those percentages of games. But looking at this game, I like the under in this one. Philip Grubauer has been playing like one of the best goalies in the league. This Colorado team's offense has taken a little bit of a dip this year. They're only averaging 2.93 goals a game. And this Minnesota team is pretty stout defensively. These are two of the top 6 defensive teams in the league. Minnesota only giving up 2.5 goals a game and only 2.13 goals allowed per game for Colorado, which is second in the league. So these are two teams that generally play towards the under. I mean, 66% of Colorado's games have gone to the under as well. So I really like them keeping this score low. I could potentially see an upset with Minnesota, but I'm not going to be betting on that. The only play I have here is the under.
All right. Nick Parsons, what do you got?
Well, this was one of the ones that we disagreed on last night. But, I mean, as far as the side is concerned, of course, you don't want to lay big juice like that. But if you did like the favorite, then, of course, the puck line option is always an option. And after Colorado lost that last game to Vegas 3-0, I think that, they could get an empty netter here as well. So if you laid the goal and a half, you'd be getting a small plus money return. I believe it would probably be around plus 110 or so. I don't actually have that number in front of me. But yeah, that would be my suggestion here. I'm going to steer clear of giving any suggestions on the total. But yeah, I would say I like Colorado here. If you do like Colorado, then to consider them on the puck line because of the way that they played that last game. I think they're going to play a lot better here at home.
Elliot was saying Colorado in regulation, the 3-way line,
right,
only minus 115.
That's a good call.
Right?
Yeah, I was going to recommend that if you do like Colorado, maybe the regulation line can limit that huge juice you would have to pay. Sometimes I do that with those minus 150, minus 160s if they're supposed to take care of the game. But sometimes I think it might be a lower scoring game where it won't have really enough room for a puck line. Then definitely the regulation line is the way to go.
All right. Excellent
Good call.
advice. Yeah, excellent advice there. Okay, so one more to go. And if you guys do want to check out the NHL Total Chaos, it's up on YouTube or on Picks and Parlays Facebook page. Nick Parsons and Nick Earle went head-to-head last night and gave their plays on 5 games that are happening tonight. So that's already up. So last one, we're going to talk Los Angeles Kings of the St. Louis Blues. St. Louis minus 150, and the total is 5.5 on this. What do you got on it, Nick Parsons?
I think that if you don't mind laying some reasonable mid-sized price like this, that I do think that St. Louis is worth the price of admission here. It's coming off the 3-0 loss to LA just 2 nights ago. The Blues are much better at home than they are on the road. These two teams are sort of polar opposites because LA got out to a really slow start, and now it's won 5 in a row. St. Louis got out to a great start, and now it's sort of been scuffling along here. But off the 2 straight losses, I definitely like St. Louis to bounce back here. So if you don't mind laying that price, yeah, I think that's a reasonable mid-sized price. My suggestion, St. Louis.
All right. Other Nick, what do you think?
The opposite side. This Kings team has looked like a lot of fun right now, and they're playing really well. They're 5-0 in their last 5 games, and I generally don't want to try to catch a falling knife and try to bet against a team that keeps winning and keeps winning. Keeps winning. It's because you can try to do this game after game after game, and they can keep winning and winning and winning, and then now you're down a lot of money trying to pick when this team is going to lose. I think that they can continue the role tonight. St. Louis has been struggling lately, and I don't really have too much confidence in them right now. Jordan Binnington needs to be playing a little bit better in net. Plus, they have Calvin Peterson going tonight, which between them and Quick is a very underrated goalie duo in the NHL, and they've been really fun to watch. He's really emerged as a potential replacement starter for Jonathan Quick in the future for this Kings team. Plus, if they can get a little bit more production from their younger guys, they are getting it from Iafallo, they're getting it from Dustin Brown, they're getting it from Kopitar, and Drew Doughty's not looked half bad this year. This Kings team is fun to watch. I really like the plus 135, the plus 140 around there, whatever you can get for them. I like the Kings tonight a lot. They're one of my favorite plays of the day for this card.
Elliot was looking at the Kings on the puck line. What do we think about this? So you'd be getting a goal and a half, right?
Yeah. Generally speaking, I don't really care for trying to take a dog and turn him into a favorite price by adding the goal and a half. That's generally something I don't see as a profitable move in the long term. The alternative line, don't hate that much. They can easily come out and win this game 2-1, 3-1, or 2-0, 3-1, like they did the other night. This Kings team is playing good, and I don't really want to step in front of them.
Now, this morning on the chat, there are a lot of people asking, there are a lot of people saying they're staying way away from the Flyers game. Nick Parsons, should we all stay? This is the Islanders, right? Where the guy went back to Russia.
Rangers.
That's right.
Yeah, the Rangers. Yeah, Panarin.
Denny Panarin. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like the Flyers today, although Nick outlined a whole bunch of players that are out for Philly. And so that's true. But yeah, New York does not have great scoring to begin with. They lose their top offensive player. Philly's coming off the 2 straight losses, the 7-3 loss to Boston. So yeah, I just think at this price, this is a decent price here, and I like Philly.
What was everyone talking about in the chat today? They're staying away from Philly.
Well, Elliot, the fifth here, he loves the Flyers. Right. I mean, there you go. Until all these teams that are affected by COVID in pro sports and in college, it always takes a little bit for them to recover. Except maybe Drake, the men's basketball team, although maybe even a couple games for them. But yeah.
Yeah, they had their moment.
Yeah.
They had their moment. Little Loyola Chicago did them in a bit. So guys, explain what the alternative line is, because you guys talk about it all the time. I know it's in baseball too. I'm not like an alternative run line person. I kind of get it, but I don't really get it. So can Nick Parsons explain to me?
Well, an alternative puck line, let's just say Colorado or sorry, let me just bring this up here. Los Angeles, if you were, say, you had to get plus 1.5 and lay minus 180 or minus 165 or something to get that. Mm-hmm. Instead, for Los Angeles, you would lay minus 1.5 and get back like plus 350 or something. Yeah.
Okay.
And so that would be the alternative puck line.
So it's basically just switching it.
It's treating them like they're their favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. But getting a large, much larger plus money return.
So is there value in this? Is this something we should be betting on, or something like we got to be good at hockey to be betting on?
I definitely think there are spots you can take advantage of that. If you really like a dog one night and you really want to try to make it a big score, you can lay it on that alternative line. Like I saw someone the other day laid the alternative line on the Kings and cashed, I think, a plus 300 or something like that. So it definitely, if you really like a dog one night and you believe they should be favorited, I mean, laying the alternative line and trying to cash a plus 300, plus 400 alternative line is never a bad idea. Plus, they only have to hit, 20% of the time for you to really be profitable on that. So it's definitely a decent stab you can try to take out a game.
All right. And it's really, okay, a dog to win by the goal and a half. Wow, I like that. Okay. I like it. I like that for baseball, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah, for sure.
for you on
Absolutely.
the line. Picks and Parlays was asking, where can you bet this? Elliot goes to FanDuel. I've seen it. I feel like I've seen it on William Hill, but it's more of an in-game option. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Where do you guys get this?
I don't really see him on my book. I use an offshore because in North Carolina, it's not. We don't get DraftKings or FanDuel or any of the legal books, so you have to find like an offshore book. So I don't. I use an offshore one, so I haven't really seen these. I really want to look deeper, see if I can find them, but I don't really see them that often.
So we like the Flyers on the side. How did we feel about the total in that one?
I like the under, and I don't like the Flyers on the side. I kind of like the Rangers in this matchup.
I did. I like the Flyers, and I'm with Nick on that on the total as well.
Okay, so we do like it under. That we concur. Flyers don't get enough shots on goals. Bill,
that's true, but they are one of the most efficient teams in the league. I think they have one of the least amount of shots on net. But however, they're like sixth in the league in goals scored. So they're extremely efficient. I think number one in efficiency. So there's something to be said there for that.
Yeah,
they do average 3.4 goals a game. So they do have efficiency there. But my question with them right now is with Konechny out, with Lawton out, with Lindblom, Voracek, Braun, and I don't know if Griot is back yet, but that's a lot of offense they're missing. That's why I actually like the Ranger side on this one a lot, because also looking at the Denny Panarin situation, I kind of like the superstar angle to this, where usually when you see a team lose their big player to an injury or to whatever, then usually the next day players step up. So you might see more from Mika tonight. You might see more from Buchnevich and Kreider. You might be able to see more from those type of players. And they step up that first game and usually get a win, or most of the time get a win. And then you start to fade them afterwards after it starts to catch up to them. So I definitely like the Rangers tonight stepping up, especially against this crippled Philadelphia Flyers team.
All right. Well said.
But we do agree on the under.
Yes.
Yeah, we do agree on the under. The chat is pretty on the Flyers here, but I mean, you put up a good argument there as well. And hey, when everyone goes one way, sometimes it's time to go the other. But you both.
Well, when you look at a line like that, I mean, obviously, the odds makers think that they're trying to lead us to believe that these teams are really evenly matched, and so, yeah.
Which right now they may be with all those players missing.
So there's that.
Yeah, and so then when you got to look at situational edges in that case, and so your situational thing you're saying is that they're going to rally around the Panarin absence, and I'm saying that Philly's going to rally at home off the 2 straight losses and the big beatdown, and so it's really going to probably come down to the goaltenders, and so that correlates along with our play on the under here more than anything.
Yes.
All right, Tim, now it's your turn. We're talking basketball now. We're talking Pelicans over. How do you feel about it?
What was the number on that one again?
I will give it to you in Uno.
22.5, I think.
Beautiful. Thank you for the assist.
I would take that way over. I saw a stat today where I think they've gone over in 19 of 20 games on Twitter. I don't remember where I saw that, but they've gone over.
Yeah. Normally Pelicans equals over to me, so.
All right, so good job, Mitchell Alford. You're on it. Pelicans going over. We like it. Virginia and North Carolina State, I am not messing with it today.
I don't mess with totals in college.
Yeah, well, I mess with totals in college, but I'm just staying away from that today. And also, my totals in college stink. And if you watch my show, Morningwood, you know that right now. I'm on a total slump is what I'm on. I was
total bust.
Totals. Totally busted my total streak. Now I'm total slumping, but that's okay. Raymond has a 5-team parlay going. We'll give him a shout out. 3-1-2 to go. Tampa to win in regulation, which is good, is going good. And Arkansas to win by 2 over Bama.
Wow.
Did you get Arkansas plus? No, to win by 2. Sorry. I don't
know.
That Arkansas-Alabama game on the show this morning, I mean, like if we could have like hockey glove down and fought, I feel like everyone would have fought on the show today. Like I had to call, like, we're done. We're done with this. My answer was crisscross them in a tease. That play the middle. That's what I say. Middle Alabama at a +8, middle Arkansas at a +4, and get it somewhere in there because that's the best way I can think to play that game. Any predictions on the Hawks at the Celtics, Timothy?
I have the two teams have played like 3 or 4 times fairly recently, and it's been back, and Atlanta just looks a little bit better right now for me.
Okay, so we're leaning the Atlanta way then.
Yes.
Sorry, you're a little bit choppy, so I just want to make sure I get all of the info.
That's okay. Next time we'll have it all dialed in for sure.
Yes, definitely. And I see that Bama is winning because that's what I said. That was my side. But then, like, why is Bama getting 2 points? That didn't make sense either. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, we can wrap it right on up. Leafs money line big. Thank you guys for joining us, for commenting. Smash that like button on your way out. Give us the thumbs up. Subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. Later on tonight, I've got Kurt Alexander and Sean Higgs. They're doing an NBA Total Chaos for the games that happen tomorrow. And then, Tim, I think I'm going to have you back on Thursday with Cam Ross to do another NBA Total Chaos. And then Friday, I've got College Hoops Total Chaos with Dan Kaiser and Chip Chirimbus. And that happens after Nick Parsons and I are on the live cap at 6 p.m. Eastern on Friday. See, this is why you have to hit the bell. Ring the bell because it's a lot to remember. I get it all jumbled up. Hey, Laterica. All right, guys. Haiti says, very good, Nick. I think that's both of you because I know you, Fairy Fam. I know you, Austin and Hattie. That's a cute little name. Is it Haiti? Hattie?
Haiti, yeah.
Oh, huh. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Austin and Haiti and Elliot and Laterica and everyone else. We love you guys. Smash the like button, and we will catch you next time on the live cap.
See you guys.